Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Ockwell-Smith. I'm the author of the newly released How to Be a Calm Parent. So this is a theme I want to pick up on today, and just at the moment, life is so hard. Parenting is so hard. We've just come out of 2 years of COVID, a global pandemic, which is definitely not over and has also left us all sorts of issues to deal with. So with the sort of anxiety with our children and school related issues and concerns about if you've got a child born in it, what about socialization and any sort of fear that it's left children with. We've also got the threat of World War III with the Ukraine and Russia crisis, and our own anxieties, how that's deeply affecting us, but also how it's affecting our children when they overhear things on the news, or they read a headline in a newspaper, or they hear us talking. So we've got the double anxiety of that. And then we've got the fuel crisis and the fact that our fuel bills are tripling, even quadrupling. And, how are we going to be able to pay to heat our homes? Not just now, but in the upcoming winter when the prices increase again. Is it going to be a case of heating or eating, and how are we going to put food on the table? And then we've also got the sort of the worries about the wider economy and the finances there, and not to mention everything else we were already worried about and things happening in our own personal lives. So concerns about our health, the health of our parents, our relationships, everything, our living situations, and just general life and work and everything that we're carrying. And really today, it's not really a tip. I just want to say that I really understand parenting is really, really hard. Parenting right now, in this day and age, with everything we all have to go through, with the financial worries and the worries of war and conflicts and the worries of a global pandemic, it feels so heavy. Each day, I almost wonder myself when I wake up, just thinking, can I really keep doing this? What else is the world going to throw at us? And the weight that we are carrying of that emotional load, the mental load of parenting. So that's separate to the physical load, which when we're talking about getting up and doing night feeds and toddlers constantly needing you and having to carry things around everywhere and tidying up and all of that. The emotional load, the mental load that we're carrying, which is huge anyway when you're a parent, particularly if you're a mother. I'm not being mean to dads, but the research shows that the mental load mothers carry is so much heavier than the mental load that fathers carry. Usually, I know that there's always exceptions to the rule, but we carry so much already, and now we have to carry the extra worries of the economy and the what the government is doing or rather not doing to help us, and with Russia and Ukraine and with COVID. And it feels like we're drowning sometimes and we're stuck in quicksand at the same. It is so heavy. And what happens when you're carrying all of this load is you are so full up. You're so full of your worries and your fears and your anxieties. And it takes one little thing from your child to trigger a huge explosion from you. And then what happens then? Then we blame ourselves and we say, I'm not a good parent. I can't be calm. It doesn't matter what I've read or heard. I really struggle to be calm. And I talk about this a lot in the book. So being a calm parent doesn't mean being calm all of the time. It means being aware of what you're carrying. It means being aware of how full up you are. It means honoring that and honoring your own needs and realizing you are great. You will lose your shit sometimes, but so does everybody. And at this moment in time, I genuinely believe this is the hardest time ever to be a parent. No generation has to face everything that we're facing right now. Adding on to things like, the comparison that social media brings. We're the only generations who's really parented through social media so far, and it can be a godsend, but it could also be incredibly toxic. There's a whole chapter about comparison and how that impacts on us in the book. But we are carrying so much right now that we are not going to be able to be calm all the time. It's impossible. It feels hard because it is hard, not because there is something wrong with you. You are doing a great job. You are carrying so much. Please lower the expectations of yourself a little bit. A calm parent isn't one who's calm all the time. It's a parent who understands their child's needs and their needs and does their best. And I think right now, all anybody can do is their best. I'm sure you're doing that already, you just don't realise it. For a little bit more on this conversation, the mental and the physical load, comparison and everything else I've just mentioned, How to Be a Calm Parent is out now. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.